Hello, Pete.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Dude, what the fuck is going on, man?
Just got home from work, getting ready to open a beer.
Fuck yeah, dude. Perfect fucking timing, man. So tell us, man, what the fuck is going on in the world of Yellowtooth, man, besides fucking making some badass fucking riffs, dude?
We are, honestly, we're just trying to get this third release out. I just talked to the manufacturing company, and the CD should be here next Friday. And once we get that out, we'll start sending out our promos, everything, and just trying to push things and start lining up shows for the summer, hopefully.
Oh, hell. So this record's not even out yet?
No, it's not. I worked with the guys from Clawhammer, promotional company, and they set everything for April 30th for like a digital and a physical CD release. So we're putting like little feelers out there and stuff, but so far, I mean, no physical copies yet. But it's getting there, man. It's getting there.
Hell yeah, man. To be honest with you, I didn't even read past the fucking word Yellowtooth. I saw that and I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'll fucking interview him, man.
How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Fucking drinking some beers and just hanging out, man.
Very cool. Very cool. We did the I didn't realize it was you that had started up doing the promotional thing. Yeah. And I had you do one of my bands, Corporation SS, one of my side projects.
Yeah.
And I thought, shit, man, I got to get this guy a CD, man.
Fuck, I didn't even know that was you, man.
Yeah, I'm in so many. Well, I shouldn't say so many bands, but I do a band called Invasion on the side that's basically like bolt thrower style war metal.
Yeah.
We already got 4 CDs out now. The main project obviously is Yellowtooth, because that's the one that we're trying to get out and do shows, have a full band. And then the Corporation SS, that's like a grindcore band. So those are the current 3 projects on my plate.
Hell yeah, man. Well, fucking anything in the realm of bolt throwers got to be fucking. That definitely sparks my fucking curiosity right there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing metal. I've been doing it since 86, 87. So it's been, yeah. And in fact, we just, I was in a band called Shades of Grey. It started back in 1988, and we just had a German company press all our demos on the CD, and got copies of those like 6 months ago. So it's cool. It's cool to go back and hear your old stuff. The shit that you did. How long has it been? 30 years ago or whatnot. So
yeah, man. Hell yeah. So this this new record for Yellowtooth, man, is it going to be will it be available on vinyl too?
We are looking at doing it with a record label, and it's kind of up in the air right now because it's just a matter of cost. But yeah, I think that's going to be the goal.
Fuck yeah, man. For people out there that want to find out more information about you guys and check in on stuff like that, where can they go? Where's the best place to go?
Honestly, probably just our Facebook page. We have that, and we have the Bandcamp.
Hell yeah!
Those are the primary sources. The release should be out on like Spotify and Amazon and stuff like that in a couple of weeks. So everything will be available. But the physical copies, the CDs will be here in 2 weeks, and then hopefully vinyl by June. That's what we're looking at.
Hell yeah! So you now you've got quite a history of making music, man. Can you tell us like going back to the beginning of it? Like, how did you get started, man? What fucking what record did you pick up like first when you were a kid, man, that just made you want to do this shit?
Well, honestly, both of my brothers were in bands. They were in hard rock bands in the 70s, and that's right. I mean, my brother Paul, my brother David, they had the Zeppelin posters and Pink Floyd and Deep Purple and Sabbath and all that stuff. And I heard it all. I mean, I heard it all. And then I heard Rush, and I thought, man, this band is fantastic. And I'm like a 7-year-old kid. I didn't know. I didn't know what. I mean, I knew what I was hearing, but I'm like, God, just listen. This is fucking great.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up taking me. My brothers took me to go see Rush, and then we saw Genesis, and then we saw Iron Maiden, and we saw Maiden on the Power Slave tour. We saw them in '84 and '85. And that turned everything. I became a metal mate. I mean, I was a freak, and I would go out and I would buy vinyl, and I picked up. And the thing was, death metal and everything. It was there, but it was very underground. So I picked up stuff like the first Motley Crue. Mm-hmm. Because that's what we had available here in America. The other stuff we had never heard of.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I started playing instruments because both my brothers were in bands when I was probably 10 or 11. And I kind of messed around with it until I ran into some guys that I knew in high school, and we just started jamming. I think that was like 86, 87. And from then, that period forward, all I've done is basically metal. I was in a band called Shades of Grey, which was like a Testament clone, like Sacred Reich kind of clone back in the late 80s, early 90s. And that morphed into a band called Sea of Tranquillity. And we put out like an album and a half worth of material. And that was like eclectic death metal. I mean, just weird death metal with keyboards and all that shit. And at the same time as doing that, I was doing the band Invasion. And we didn't do anything with Invasion until like 98, 99 is when we put out our first CD, and that was with Killjoy. And from then on, man, it's just been full forward. I was in a band called Nocturnal Torment. That was the guys from Thanatopsis that were out here. I was in a band called Skullview, which is kind of like it actually is. It's like an Iron Maiden style band with like a Bruce Dickinson singer. And we went to Germany twice for the Keep It True festival. And in the process of doing all that, I started doing Yellowtooth and got that rolling. Then I started doing Corporation SS, got that rolling. So it's been one project after another, man. Just because I sit and write and play guitar all the fucking time. And it's nerve-wracking.
Dude, I was about the same way, man. Like fucking back in the day. I mean, I remember, dude, Iron Maiden. The first time I heard Number of the Beast, it was like, oh my God. And then, of course, like back in those days, the only thing we knew about was what was on Headbangers Ball, Motley Crue and Twisted Sister and all that stuff, which was great. But then I remember when Metallica fucking hit the fucking airwaves, and they put out that video for One. It was like everything changed all of a sudden. All this heavy stuff started coming out, and they started playing death metal and shit and thrash, and that was just kids nowadays have no fucking idea like what it was like back then before the internet, because I mean we didn't have very many outlets that would show us all that kind of stuff that was going on in the underground, No,
not at all.
Now it's just a click away.
What I did is I was a tape trader back in the mid-'80s, and I would get stuff. I got like Metal Church's demo, and I mean all the early shit. And I was going through my correspondence. You had to sit down and write letters to everyone. Mm-hmm. And I found I used to correspond with the guys from Grave from Sweden.
Nice.
Therian, before they became real big. Edge of Sanity, Necrophobic, Furball, I mean, because I used to just talk. I mean, you would write everyone, you know, and mailing a package was cost $1 as opposed to fucking $17 now. You know, it's just
yeah.
But I mean, and I started going through my tape collection because I still have a lot of cassettes, and if you watch the Yellowtooth video, you'll see my old cassette player. I mean, that's what the little boy pops the cassette right in there, you know. And
yeah, I was looking at that. Wow, so that's yours. That's like an original.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many. I got like 7 stereos throughout my house. So, and it's all the old component stuff, you know, like Mitsubishi, Nakamichi. I mean, it's all the early 80s shit.
Yeah.
You know, techniques and stuff like that. But it got to the point that, I mean, I just had, I got too fucking many. I mean, every room has a stereo, and I kid you not, it's bad, man. So I don't know. I gotta do some cleaning.
Nah, you can never have too many fucking stereos, man. Come on, that's fucking. I totally understand that, man, for sure. Man, you know, cassettes are fucking making a comeback right now too, man. Have you seen that?
That I had a couple people ask me if I was going to do the Yellowtooth on cassette. You know what? That's like fucking Spence. He said the same thing. He's like, you got to put it out. I need a cassette.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, I think we will. We'll probably do like 100 copies or something. So we're looking at. In fact, we're going to get shirts made at the end of April, because the CDs will be here by then, and then we're going to do like a packaging thing, you know, package deal, and just start selling shit. So keep an eye on the mail, buddy. I'm going to send you some shit.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, I got some questions for you coming in from the listeners in the chat room, man. Vicky wants to know, what do you prefer, sausages or pie?
Sausages or pie? You know what? I am a meat eater. I prefer that. Actually, you know, we have a place down the road that makes apple bratwurst.
Fuck yeah.
And they are awesome. They are awesome. And what I just found out that they're starting to do is they're making apple, but they're including like bits of jalapeno in it to give it a little spice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go with the sausages.
That's what's up, man. Well, you're getting the best of both worlds right there, man.
Well, I'm a hot food freak. I mean, I got like 40 bottles of hot sauce up in the cupboard. I mean, it's bad.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, next question. Have you ever played in Canada?
No, we have not. We played up near Detroit, so it's close, but that doesn't necessarily count. Only thing out of country was with Skullview, and we played the Keep It True Festival, and then we played the Sword Brothers Festival. And I kid you not, if you ever get the chance, go to Europe for a metal festival and plan on spending 4 or 5 days. Because the second time we went, I think the whole trip to Germany and back took 55 hours. And I was brain dead. I was fucking I was shot. I mean, we arrived on a Friday, played on a Saturday, and like left on a Sunday. So
yeah,
I think, what is it? It's like a 9 or 10 hour flight. So
that's pretty fast, man.
Yeah, I'll never do that again.
All right, next question. Lady Red wants to know, do you have any crazy road stories?
No, not really. Everything's been pretty bland. We've done some shows and stuff in questionable places. I remember one band that we were with, they had all their shit ripped off. I mean, people literally opened up the back of the van and emptied out their drums and everything. You know, just like, Jesus Christ, man. But no, nothing crazy. I wish I had some. That'd be nice.
Well, I mean, that is pretty fucking crazy. But what's one of the most fucked up things you've seen at a show, either your own or somebody else's, though?
I saw this guy get hit in the face with like a vodka bottle or something, and he was just sitting at the bar, and his face just exploded. And the bar owner's like, "Get on stage and play." I said, "Okay, not a problem, buddy." So I'm like, look at this guy fucking in a pile of blood. It's like, holy fuck, man. But a lot of, I've seen a lot of fights and shit like that, but I think that comes with attitudes and alcohol.
Yeah. It tends to happen sometimes. All right, next question. What band or musician would you love to jam with, dead or alive?
Actually, I would like to jam with the entire band. It's a Canadian band. They're called Sacrifice. Mm-hmm. And I used to collect, in fact, I still have, I got hundreds of fanzines and stuff, like handwritten, well, you know what fanzines are.
Yeah. And
when I started buying these things, I kept on reading about this band from Canada called Sacrifice, and I've been a fan of theirs since 1986. And I would love to go and just hang out with those guys and just jam. I mean, because they're great musicians and they're just cool people. It's something I'd like to hang out with and just to see what they do, see how they jam, learn their little nuances and stuff. Because as a musician, I have my own way to set up my own gear and stuff, but I'd like to know how Scott sets up his bass, or what Gus does for the drums. I mean, just stuff like that,
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, how many instruments can you play?
3. I can play bass. That's my primary instrument because there are no bass players in this fucking area. I could play guitar. I've played on like 3 or 4 of my albums. And I started learning the drums about 10 years ago. And still working on that double bass. I'll tell you what, that's a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Well, for all the gearheads out there that are wondering, man, how did you guys get these sounds on the Yellowtooth record, man? Like the can you give us like a rig rundown?
You know what? I cannot, because I don't know what Henry used. Because Henry took like 3 or 4 different amplifiers over there, and the studio had amplifiers. So, I mean, they had well, obviously they had Marshalls and they had the Randalls and stuff like that. I had my bass stuff. I was going to go through a Jens Benz, but we ended up using his stuff in the studio. So, honestly, I couldn't even tell you. It kind of took us a little while to get the sounds that we were looking for, because when you rehearse, you grow accustomed to the tones of what the other musicians have. Mm-hmm. So when you did this in the studio, it was a little bit of a learning curve, but it turned out good, man. I'm really happy with the way the John recorded it, John Heyman.
Oh yeah. It definitely has like a very analog sound to it. It sounds very natural. It sounds, it just definitely sounds. Yeah. It sounds live too. Like it's.
He's very meticulous at his recordings. He did, now John's his name's John Heyman. He used to play in a band called Prime, well, he claims it Prime Specimen now, but he's a great guitar player, and he helped record the guitars on the 4th Invasion album that I released, and just a phenomenal guitar player. You definitely need to check out Destroyer of Mankind from Invasion. His guitar playing, I mean, it's bolt thrower, but it's good. It's real good. And he's a real talented person. So when he gets behind the knobs, I mean, he's already looking at different avenues and trying different things to make it sound thicker and make it sound, like you said, live. So he's good. And he took his knowledge and he brought it to the Yellowtooth project. So,
Yeah,
and I'm happy as hell with the way this turned out.
that's cool, man. Yeah, he definitely knows what he's fucking doing, man, for sure. All right, next question. Lady Red wants to know what's some of your most favorite current bands or songs.
You know what? I'll be honest. I have not listened to much new stuff lately. I've been listening to a band called Porcupine Tree. It's a guitar player, singer from UK. His name's Stephen Wilson, and he does a lot of, they call it like progressive metal or something like that. And he's real talented. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff because it incorporates keyboards, and it's very reminiscent of like Pink Floyd. I've been listening to a lot of that. I've been listening to a band called Amplifier from the UK that are similar. Not so much the keyboards, but they're more guitar driven, progressive rock, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then lately, what I've been doing is I've got a vinyl collection. I probably got like, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 albums. I went back and I started buying vinyl off of albums that I haven't heard in years. A band called Unholy from Finland. They got an album out called Second Ring of Power, and I just picked that up. And a band called Winter from New York that had an album out called Into Darkness. Yeah. It's real heavy. It sounds like Celtic Frost on steroids.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I was holding off. I wasn't going to buy it because I already got all their CDs. I got all the cassettes. And I'm like, you know what, motherfucker? I'm going to buy it. So I've been buying all this shit, going back and listening to it. So it's like a mixture of back and forth.
Well, there's just something about the way that a record sounds, man, through a good stereo system, and it's just, I mean, especially those records that are recorded from the tape, from the tape masters, or they're directly to the record, like the older ones, man. Like I noticed, it's just there's a totally different thing about it. But like you sit there and fucking crank it up and you listen to it, and it really sounds like you're in the room with them,
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a band called Sacrilege BC from San Francisco?
No, I haven't.
They came out at the same time as Testament and Exodus. They were in that wave of thrash metal, back in the mid-'80s. And they had put out an album, what was it called? Pray to God, or Party with God was the name of it. And it was only released on vinyl. And I had that vinyl for years, and I knew every fucking nuance of it. Well, I saw that someone was selling a copy on CD, and I thought, oh, no way, I got to have it. So I spent $60 for this fucking thing. It arrives, I get it in the player. Now, what they did is they recorded the vinyl to CD. So, and as soon as you hear it, you hear the pop and clicks and the hiss and everything, but it's fucking on CD. Just like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. But that the way they did that, I mean, I laugh at it now, but I thought, you actually captured the essence of this vinyl album on CD. I mean, it'll never go bad, and it's like, eventually you'll wear through the grooves on a regular record, but shit, these culprits, man, they fucking nailed it. So
yeah, that is cool, man. That is cool. Yeah,
that's like the ultimate bootleg. Get your stuff, record on vinyl on CD. What the hell?
Hell yeah, man. But I mean, I have like some records, like I have like some original pressings of Black Sabbath, fucking and Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, like from the fucking 70s, man, and it's still they still sound fucking perfect, man. I mean, there's cracks and pops, but I mean, it still amazes me when I put them on, and I'm like, fuck, man, these fucking things are ancient. They're older than me. And they still fucking sound good, though.
Well, that's what you want. keep them in line, man. Take care of them. You know, I see these people how they handle them. I'm like, man, you're not even. You don't even want to touch the fucking, touch the edge, touch this, you know. Oh, I just thought you just throw it on there. No, it's not a fucking frisbee. So, I don't know. Because I have so many albums, I get kind of anal about stuff like that. So. Yeah.
All right, I got another question. Fred wants to know, did you ever see Rush on the 40th anniversary tour?
No, I did not. I kicked myself in the ass. I'm trying to think when I saw them. Power Windows was one of the tours that we caught them on, and we had like 20th row or something like that, and the sound was perfect. I mean, I guess having been a band for I don't know how many years, there were 15, 20 years when we saw them. I mean, they had everything dialed down, but that was one thing that. I went to a record show out in South Bend, Indiana, where Notre Dame's at, and this guy was selling all his Rush albums, and I'm like, I'll buy them all. He's like, you don't want a particular one? No, I want them all, man. Just tell me what you want, I'll buy them. And he's like, fuck. He's like, I'll give you a deal. Fuck it. I'm like, you know what? Cool, because he knew I appreciated the band, not just for one song or whatnot.
Fuck yeah, man.
Damn, I'm gonna need another beer. Shit, you're making me drink, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Next question. Vicky wants to know, what do you prefer, bubble baths or showers?
Okay. If I'm with you know what? Either or. As long as my woman's in there with me, then we're okay. But, I was going to pick up a hot tub. That's one thing I wanted to get, because we went to a hotel, and they had this giant hot tub, and it's always been in the back of my mind to get something like that. But if I had a big enough tub, probably a bubble bath, and I can hang out with the girl in there. We'll go with that.
Oh yeah. She also wants to know, have you ever played in any haunted places?
No, I don't think we have. I'm trying to think. We visited a few places. Actually, no, we never did, but I did. We went down to Savannah, Georgia, and Savannah's known for, it's supposed to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. And I think Moon River Brewing, we went to that place. And when you got in the back rooms, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, you know how you get a weird vibe when you go somewhere?
Yeah.
I mean, because there weren't that many people back there. It was just, me and like two servers, waiting for a bathroom or whatever. But it just felt kind of weird. But Savannah's got like one of the largest cemeteries. I mean, like pre-Civil War cemeteries, because I think it was established in like 1690 or something like that. So that's paranormal kind of. I'm interested in it, but I don't want to fuck with it. Where I live, we had a serial killer here by the name of Belle Guinness, and she had supposedly murdered 20 to 40 men and had used the singles ads, and literally it's not more than 2 miles from my house where she buried all these guys. And if you ever look up LaPorte, Indiana serial killer, and you'll find all these little tidbits and facts about who this woman was and what she did. And she would get these men to come over from Norway or Sweden, and they would sign her possessions over to her when they got married, and then the men would disappear.
Wow.
And eventually what they found out was that she was feeding the men to her pigs. And they had to get a, when you sift for gold, how they run that water chute down?
Uh-huh.
And they collect like the gold fragments. That's what they had to do here in LaPorte, but they got bone fragments instead, because the pigs literally ate everything, and that honestly, that's one of the best ways to dispose of a human body is to feed it to pigs. So I'm a smart woman, but deadly as fuck.
Yeah, I definitely have to check that out, man. I love I love true crime and all that kind of stuff, man.
Well, we where the farm is at, there's a VFW hall, and I went in there one day with a friend of mine, and we were sitting at the bar, and this door just kind of like swung open, and then swung shut and slammed shut, and the bartender, he's like, "Well, the ghost is here." You know, and the guy across the bar is like, "Yeah, the ghost is back." This lady's like, "Yeah, ghost is here again." I'm like, "What is it? This a common occurrence?" You know, it's like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, we don't know who it is, but someone's here. I thought, no shit. And that's when I found out that McGinnis is literally next door to that property. So, little tale for you.
Oh yeah. Another. Well, I don't guess it's really a question, but Carl, a.k.a. Secret Weapon, wants you to know that he's sending you his address, and he says hello.
Cool. Tell me he's got a package coming. I told him and Spencer I'd send him CDs because I'm like, you know, I appreciate what you guys do. You take your time out to help us, to help the bands and the musicians. I mean, without you, you know, it wouldn't matter, you know. You guys are like an integral part, man.
Yeah, he wants to know, do you know that you were interviewed on this station last Thursday? You were on Spencer's show, man. That's fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I sent my girlfriend the link. She's like, "About time, motherfucker." I'm like, "Calm down." Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Spencer was doing that, and then when I seen him post the flyer, I was like, "Fuck, man, I got them fucking booked this month too." Oh well, man, it's cool, man. Like double promotion, dude. It can't hurt.
No, not at all. Zach, I appreciate the time, man. I don't know if you prefer Zach or Zachary.
It doesn't matter, dude.
That's cool.
Zach is fine, I guess. Shorter.
Now, where are you from? Where do you live?
I live in Tennessee, but I'm from pretty much fucking everywhere, man. I've lived all over the fucking world, dude. But this is where I'm at right now, Tennessee.
Okay. Are you close to Nashville or no?
I'm like halfway between Nashville and Memphis in a city called Jackson.
Okay.
It's the hub city. A lot of blues fucking legends around here, man.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of old school shit like that. But yeah, it's definitely they call this like, I mean, there's so much music history here, but it's like not a lot of people celebrate it as much as you would think. You know, it's weird.
Well, they made Nashville like the capital of country music.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to an extent, I can understand that, but country music kind of engrosses all formats. I mean, blues, folk. I mean, all that style, all those styles, you know. So, I need one of these days. I need to make a trip down there.
Oh yeah, man.
I think we've been through it, but never actually stopped.
Well, if you guys ever come around here and play, I will definitely be there for sure.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Another question Carl wants to know, is there a video of you on Pornhub? He says you look familiar.
Not anymore. I took that off.
What the fuck?
That was deleted, I think. Except, you know how you can copy a video and video, you know, so you never know. You put one on there, you're on there forever.
Yeah.
Tell me he's a creep, that fucker.
He also wants to know, have any band members visited jail while touring?
No, they haven't. Kind of boring. It's kind of boring up here in Indiana, man. Everyone minds their P's and Q's for the most part. Oh, you know what? No, They almost did. They almost did.
Titan also wants to know, while on tour, did you ever meet any of your icons in music? Have you ever met anybody that...
You know what? Kinda. I mean, but how do I explain it? I mean, I don't look at him as an icon. I mean, I just look at him. I mean, you know what? No, I can say that because I never met Lemmy from Motorhead. You know, I saw him play live a half a dozen times, but I never met him. That's one guy I wish I would have sat down and had a beer with. That's for sure. But like the guys like at Sacrifice and stuff like that, bands that, I mean, I grew into, you know, I've met them before. And that's always cool to sit down and talk music with them. Something about Canadian metal. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they churn out some great bands, man.
Oh man. Yeah. We have a huge fucking listenership in Canada, man, and so many fucking bands. Like I'm always making jokes, you know, because every time I get a band on here that I interview that's from Canada, it trips me out because there's just so fucking many of them, man.
Well, growing up, we listened to like DBC, you know, Dead Brain Cells, Sacrifice, Infernal Majesty, a couple of lesser known bands like Soothsayer and Armoros and stuff like that. I mean, Voivod. But there always seems to be quality music coming out of Canada, you know, Triumph, Rush, you know, just name a couple there.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing up there, man, but they're doing something. All right, next question. Secret Weapon, man. Carl, he wants to know who tapped the most groupies back in your heyday.
Well, it was me. Man, they called me the Machine. Peter the Machine. So you better watch out. The Machine's in town. Actually, no, that would probably be my guitar player, Jeff. I think he was from Slovakia, somewhere over there, and just had a way with women, man. It's kind of funny.
Hell yeah!
But that was like 4 previous bands ago.
Fuck yeah! All right, well, so what's coming up next for you guys, man? What can people? I guess fuck, the album's not even out yet, so that's the main number one thing. But
yeah, it'll be. Well, we're doing pre-orders now. We got links up for that, so they can pre-order it, and we'll have one. Well, those will be out. Like I said, they should be here by next Friday, so those will be going out. We're looking at getting, well, we already have stickers made. We're looking at getting patches made. We're going to do vinyl probably in June as of now. Shirts will be coming up too. But we just released the video for from Faith of Flames. So you can find that on YouTube. And then we're talking about doing a second video, but that won't be until the end of June. Because I don't want to like smother, the way I look at it, it's a marathon when you release an album. You don't want to try and like push everything out at once and, you know, let people find it. You know, I think that's the key to it, because if they hear the name Yellowtooth, they'll be like, well, what the fuck is that? You know, and all it takes is one song. You know, just it's something catchy enough to get the listener's ear. And that's what we want. I mean, we're not in it for the money, because it's not about that. It's about the love of heavy music. And I include all realms on that. I mean, black metal, death metal, stoner rock, what have you. But I think it's, you know, just to take our time and try and do things, you know, eventually get this shit rolling here. So, but yeah, the CD will be here next Friday, I believe. And we'll start sending out promo copies and stuff, and then it'll be released on the 30th officially.
Hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
That's the game plan.
I love that video, dude, too, man. Like the way that it opens up with the kid fucking grabbing the cassette tape and putting it in the fucking player, and then it's just like, yeah, dude.
Now, if you look in the background, you'll see I mean, even up now, that's what it is. We film that inside my house. So when he's in the kitchen, if you look back, you can see my Motorhead posters in the living room and shit like that hidden. I mean, you got to really look. But, you know, I mean, there's metal shit all over my house. So every time you walk in my front door, you know what I listen to. But,
yeah. Well, next time I watch it, I'm definitely going to be looking at it in a different perspective, knowing that that's your place, man. That's cool.
Well, the basement downstairs, because I've got like 2 walls that are covered with flyers from like the late 80s, early 90s, and stuff like that, and posters and all that shit. And that's what you'll see. You'll see the Iron Maiden posters I picked up from the concert when I went. And I still have all of that. So I must have fucking 200 posters. But, I mean, all this shit's like pre-90, you know. It's all fucking old.
Hell yeah, man. The fucking golden age, dude.
That, it made an impression. And my girlfriend's sons, I try and, hey, this is great music. You need to give it a chance, you know. But unfortunately, with the youth of today, and just the general public, you're beaten down by what's put on the radio, you know. I mean, because it's all just a marketing campaign, and they just slap you full of shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I know.
Well, like DMX. I mean, that guy just had an overdose and died. You know, I had heard of him, but I'm reading all these reviews, and he's the greatest artist since Elvis. Like, who the fuck is he? He's a rapper.
You talking about the rapper?
Yeah.
He died?
Yeah, they finally pulled the plug on him.
What the fuck? Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he had the drug overdose. Man, I know he had problems. He had addiction problems, but when he went in a cardiac arrest, he was they found he was already dead technically, but
damn, didn't he did that one song with who was it, man? Somebody on that soundtrack back in the 90s where Slayer was on it with Ice-T, but he was on there with somebody. I don't know. Fuck. I can't remember.
Well, I think you're right. I think I read that. Because he had what, 4 albums go to #1? I mean, it was a lot. I didn't realize that. I mean, I like to read about musicians. I mean, because I don't want to just be pigeonholed and listen strictly to heavy metal. I mean, I listen to country. I don't want to say everything. I'm not a big fan of jazz, but just reading about this guy, I thought, man, from growing up like that, he accomplished a lot.
Oh yeah. All right, well, Pete, I've got some about out of questions for you, man. Is there anything else you want to add? Let the people know. No,
man. Zach, I just want to appreciate the time for doing this, man. It's very much appreciated.
Fuck yeah.
For anyone that wants to check out Yellowtooth, literally just go to Google or go to a search engine, type in Yellowtooth, all one word, and see what comes up. We've got 3 albums out now. Disgust was the first album that came out in 2010. Crushed by the Wheels of Progress came out in 2015. And Burning Illusion just is coming out here this month. So that's about it there, young man.
Fuck yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Pete, for taking the time to talk to us, man. And before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag?
Yeah. Let me know what you need, brother.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Yellowtooth, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Hey, this is Pete from Yellowtooth. You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like a pro. All right, man.
I'll tell you what. If I ever win the lottery, I guarantee you I'm starting a fucking radio station. It's going to be about 500,000 fucking watts, man. It's going to encompass 7 states. So, that's just a dream. Just a dream.
Hey, if you ever want a job, dude, fucking hit us up, man.
Fuck, you know what? If I didn't work so much, I'd love to. I would love to. But I work at a steel mill, so I'm there 60 hours a week, and that's not including drive time. So, but I will let you go, sir. Thank you for everything. And hey, if you need something, just give me a shout.
Thanks a lot, Pete, man. We really appreciate it, dude. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Yellowtooth for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Very cool, my friend.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later, dude.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers. There you have it, folks. Yellowtooth live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your fucking neighbor's fucking driveway. If you got speaker cables long enough, drag your fucking speakers outside of your house, carry them over to your fucking neighbor's house, knock on the fucking door and say, look, motherfucker, you need to fucking listen to this. Put your speaker right there and crank it the fuck up, man. I promise you, good things will fucking come from this. It's a good thing, dude. Try it.